What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a warm Saturday afternoon here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the beer shed getting ready to try out another beer. The beer I have today is called Municipals, and this is a Munich Style Helles Lager, and this is from Saucy Brew Works out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, this beer is kind of timely, as the reference here to Municipals is one of the many names that's being considered or was being considered as the rebranding effort, the renaming of the Cleveland Indians baseball team. So obviously, I'm sure many of you are aware, teams that have had Native American imagery are names like the Washington Redskins, Atlanta Braves, and Cleveland Indians have kind of come under pressure for the names and the logos and imagery associated with their teams. So the Redskins played the last year under the name Washington Football Team. They decided to go without a name. I guess they wanted to put a little more time in before picking something kind of quickly or on the spot. And Cleveland announced yesterday that they will forego the Indians' name and imagery going forward, and they are going to be called the Cleveland Guardians. Now, I know some people in Cleveland aren't necessarily thrilled with that name. Obviously, I'm a Philly sports fan, so I don't really have a horse in the race. To me, Guardians sounds kind of generic. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of it. And the logo that they put out, the Indians released on one of their social media sites, I don't know, it didn't look particularly impressive to me. Now, maybe they'll roll out some other stuff as the months kind of go forward, but, I know some are kind of upset. I get the tie-in. So folks from Cleveland, or if you're not from Cleveland, I guess the Guardians is a reference to these giant statues they have. I think when you come over a bridge or something, there's these giant stone guardians there. They're kind of neat looking. And if you're familiar with Market Garden Brewery, you've probably seen the image before on their cans. They have it kind of right on the front. So I get the tie into the locals. I know some other names are being kicked around, like the Spiders. Historically, Cleveland was called the Spiders many years ago, probably early 1900s. And yet another name that was being kicked around was Municipals. And apparently the folks at Saucy were in favor of this name. Because they have this little blurb on the back of the can. It says, naming the team the Municipals gives us, the people of Cleveland, the opportunity to tell a story about ourselves and our shared history as we move into the future. The name references Old Municipal Stadium and our sports and cultural heritage, while embracing the spirit of the word municipal, which means relating to a city or town. In this way, the Munis honor the hometown loyalty Clevelanders are known for, while making clear that our baseball team belongs to and represents all of Cleveland. Join the movement at clemunicipals.com. So I guess obviously this was an idea to draw people together and advocate for the name Municipals. At this point, I guess it's moot as they've chosen Guardians and are moving forward, but it still seemed like a cool opportunity to give this beer a shot. So let's try it out. This one comes in at 5% ABV. Couldn't find the IBUs. Ratings wise, does pretty good at a 3.65 on Untapped. Beer Advocate a 3.84, although there was only 3 check-ins. Let's see. Saucy Brew Works has locations in Cleveland, Columbus, and Detroit. And I've never been to them. I've had a couple of their beers. Earlier in the show, I think I did the one, Don't Stop, Wit It, Wit It. I might have done the Raspberry Jam one as well. Color, I would go with this is probably pale straw in color. If I'm using this SRM chart put out by Brew HQ. As far as carbonation, very little. You see a few stray bubbles zipping around in there, but nothing too crazy. The head, it's probably a good finger or so before it started to dissipate there. Just white, nothing too crazy going on. Doesn't look super frothy, probably a little on the soapy side, but looks all right. Let's give it a sniff. I think the dominant smell is probably like a nice bready malt smell. You get a little bit of a floral hop thing too, but not too strong. And again, for this style of beer, I wouldn't expect a big strong hop smell. So the smell is where it should be. All right, let's give it a shot. Cheers. Very light, medium light bodied for sure. Flavors kind of mimic the nose. It's kind of the same thing. You get a little bit of the bready kind of crackery malt, and then you get a little bit of hops at the end, but it's obviously not a very strong hop presence. It's supposed to just kind of balance out the sweetness of the bready malt, and it tastes kind of nice. Yeah, what can you say about this? On a nice warm day like today, this is a crushable beer. You could have quite a few of these. Well, it is 5%, I guess, but These would go down pretty easy. You could have a few of these, and I don't think it would bother you. It's not heavy. It's kind of, a nice crisp, clean beer, kind of fresh, kind of simple, nothing too crazy going on. And it's one of the reasons that I like the Helles Style Lager so much. You don't have to have crazy ingredients and do crazy things in order for a beer to be good. You can keep it simple and still deliver. And I think that this beer does that. It kind of comes through with all the taste you'd expect in a nice Helles Lager. Again, nothing crazy going on, just a nice simple beer that you could, a nice session beer for a nice warm day. So, Municipals, even though Cleveland decided that they're going to go with Guardians, I think the Municipals is a winner and you get a thumbs up. I would definitely drink another one of these. If you liked the video, please hit thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. What do you think of the new Guardians name? Do you like it? Should they have gone with Spiders, Municipals, something else? Let me know what you think. Hey, until next time, cheers.